Hey guys, what's up? It's Chicken06 of Chicken06.com, and today we're going to be doing the very first oil change on our 2016 Kia Sorento. Now, if you didn't already know, but our Kia has this ridiculous valance here, windscreen, engine cover, whatever you want to call it, but it goes all the way to the engine mount, tranny mount, and the problem is there are no access holes here for the filter, and there's no access hole back there for the oil drain plug. I know some models will have it. I know the Hyundai Santa Fe has some really nice access holes, front and back, for the oil filter and drain plug. In our car, they thought we weren't worthy of them, so they gave us a whole bunch of clips and screws that we have to remove and get at, just to remove this valance here to get access to everything we need. So looking underneath the car, this is the frontmost section here. You're gonna find 10mm nuts. You're gonna find some kind of weird plastic thing. I think something might be missing from there. You're gonna find more 10mm nuts, more 10mm nuts. It's a weird plastic thing. This looks like it's probably just pushed on and held on by the threads here. So far I see a bunch of 10mm nuts working their way all around. And yeah, that looks like it. So let's go ahead and try to attack it. Alright, so looking underneath the engine, you have a whole bunch of stuff. You got your transmission, you got your oil pan, you have your oil filter, you have AC compressor, your fans, your radiator behind there. Looks like our transmission has an oil cooler, which is really cool. That's nice of them. Lower radiator hose. You're going to have your driver's side axle here. Here's your boots. On the inside, your brake caliper. Wow, this is a huge shaft. Oh my God. Here's your passenger side shaft. Wow, this is massive. This is huge. I've never seen a shaft this big. But that's probably to reduce vibration that a lot of half shafts will have. And it's not dampened here in the center. Usually these will be like a two-piece design where this will be mounted to some kind of like cross member here with a bearing, and then another shaft will be coming out this way. So this is one giant shaft design. That's pretty cool. Your windshield washer bottle here, the reservoir, some AC lines. Looks like an inspection window for something. Probably, I'm going to venture to say that's going to be your flywheel. Looks like a tranny mount right here. And your exhaust manifold up top there. Yeah, so that's a walk around of underneath the 2016 Kia Sorento. So let's continue with that oil change. So I have here my oil drain pan positioned a little bit past the bolt because the oil will shoot out. Took a 17mm socket, put it on the nut or in the bolt, and oh man, that was on tight. Wow, that is on ridiculously tight, like unnecessary tight. You don't want to let the bolt drop in here. You'll be looking for it for a while. So I like to hold it with one finger and then just let it go. Grab some shop towels or Bounty and wipe down that bolt. It's going to have a washer on it. Try to get that washer off and replace it with a new one. So now that our oil is fully drained out, you're going to put a new washer on your drain bolt. You can find these at the dealer anywhere. Thread it on like so. Always start it off by hand. And according to Hyundai, The torque spec is going to be 25 to 33 foot-pounds of torque on the drain bolt. So I know for my sticklers out there, they're going to want to see a torque wrench being used. I pretty much just do it by hand. Alright, just double check that, verify it. I pretty much will always just go by hand right at the head of a ratchet, just to make sure, and that is definitely set. Now let's move on to the oil filter. Alright, so after grabbing your oil filter wrench, you want to make sure it's the right size. You're going to want your ratchet, maybe an extension if you need it. On this one, I'm not going to need it. Counterclockwise, position your oil pan right underneath it, and work slow because it's going to drain out a little bit. Once you got it loosened up, wiggle off this cap. And work it off by hand. Just give it a little tilt. Let that drain out. Have some shop rags ready. Just support it with your palm and work it with your fingers. All right, there we go. I broke it loose. Just drop that right into the slop there. Grab a rag, wipe your hands off, and just let this work off. The most important thing about removing a filter, you want to make sure that the original oil seal did not stay on here. You will spring a nasty leak if you leave it on. That oil seal, I'll show you in a new filter, is attached to the very bottom, the base of it. And on new cars, see that black ring right there? The black ring that goes around the actual base of the oil filter. On new cars, they like to bake on. And I had that happen one time on my race bike when I just got it. Brand spanking new. I took the oil filter off and that seal stayed on here. Man, that could have been really, really bad. So basically, you just want to wipe this off nice and clean. It's going to keep dribbling, that's okay. Use lint-free rags. You don't want any lint staying on here. So to maintain the oil filter, you want to take a little bit of the old oil and rub that seal around. This will maintain the seal integrity, so it's not going to maintain or stay on the car next time you take it off. It could easily cook on, bake on. So just basically dip your hand in the old oil. If you're a super ridiculous stickler, you can use fresh oil, that's fine. Just dribble it in that seal and work it with your fingers. Then you can just thread it on by hand. Move this out of the way in case it drops in there. And these are supposed to be hand tight only. Once you feel it stop, another little turn, and that's on. Double check it. Wipe it clean, and that is on the way it's supposed to be. So the next step is removing your oil fill cap. It's located right there. I already have a funnel installed, and you should be using, in the summertime, 520 or 530, and in the wintertime you can use full synthetic 020 or 030. If you want to search my channel to find out why the differences of the oils, you can. I made 2 videos regarding why and what. Today it is winter time. There's still snow on the ground. I'm going to be using 030. Also, I forgot to mention that according to the field service manual, and I know it was updated, we are to fill it 4.9 quarts. I just go ahead and do 5, and sometimes I do 5 1/4, because if you do extended oil drains, your car is going to consume some through the PCV system. So if your car is consuming it, you better be replacing it. So if you start off already with 1/4 more, you won't have to replace it from a 5,000 to 7,000 mile oil change unless you're really heavy footed. Grab a rag, catch the bottom of it, and button up. Now we gotta go put this stupid thing back on. Alright guys, so that's been the oil change procedure on the 2016 Kia Sorento 2.4 liter. It doesn't matter if you got all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, it's going to be the same procedure. We obviously changed the filter, we changed the oil, we buttoned everything back up, we added fresh oil in. The next step basically is to check the oil level via the dipstick, but if you got your measurements right, it's going to be spot on. My car's still on the ramp, so I'm going to keep it here for a little bit. I got a couple things to snoop around in. So thanks guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Many more videos and DIYs coming up. And it's been I'm Stricken06 of I'mStricken06.com. Stay tuned.